All right, let's talk about something we all think about: living a longer, healthier life. We're all trying to do the right thing, right? We worry about smoking, we worry about our diet. But what if the biggest risks to your life, the things that truly matter, are things we're not paying nearly enough attention to? Today, we're going to dig into the real data and rethink this whole equation. So, let me just ask you this straight up. If I asked you to name the single biggest lifestyle choice that increases your risk of dying early, what would pop into your head? For most people, it's smoking, maybe diabetes. But you're about to see why that's not the whole story. Not even close. Okay, get ready for this, because this chart flips everything we thought we knew on its head. Look at these numbers. Smoking, yeah, it's bad. It increases your risk of dying from any cause by about 150%. But look at this. Being in the bottom quarter for strength, that's a 250% increased risk. And then there's cardiorespiratory fitness. Being in the least fit group carries it's a staggering 400% increased risk of death. It's in a completely different league.
So what does this tell us? It tells us that if these are the biggest risks, then focusing on them is our single biggest opportunity. This brings us to the two most powerful levers you can possibly pull for your longevity. We're going to call them your body's engine and its chassis.
So let's start with the engine. The fancy term is VO2 max, but don't get hung up on that. All it means is how good your body is at taking in oxygen and getting it to your muscles so they can produce energy. That's it. You can think of it like the horsepower of your car's engine. A higher VO2 max just means you have a bigger, more powerful engine. And the difference this makes in the real world is just, wow. There was a massive study out of the Cleveland Clinic. They looked at over 122,000 people. And what they found was that the folks in the lowest fitness group had a 5-fold higher risk of dying compared to the most fit people. That's that 400% increase we just saw. This shows you the incredible protective power of just having a decent engine. Okay, so what about the chassis, your strength? Now, this is not just about being able to lift heavy weights in the gym. Think of it as the structural integrity of your body. It's what lets you get out of a chair without using your hands, carry your own groceries, and most importantly, catch yourself if you stumble. A strong chassis is what keeps you resilient and independent for your entire life. And the numbers for strength are just as serious. Big studies show that people with the lowest muscle strength have about a 2.5 times greater risk of dying than the strongest people. Your strength is literally a predictor of how well your body can handle the stresses that life and aging throw at it. All right, so building your engine in your chassis is absolutely critical. But, they don't exist in a vacuum. True longevity isn't just about what you do for an hour in the gym. It's about weaving these things into a complete, holistic lifestyle. So what does a blueprint for that even look like? Well, it turns out there's a fantastic science-backed model for this, the Mediterranean lifestyle. And I want you to notice, it's so much more than what you eat. Yes, diet and physical activity are key pillars, but look at what else is here: strong social interaction, healthy sleep, even connecting with nature and practicing sustainability. It's a whole system. You might be looking at sustainability and thinking, what does that have to do with my health? Well, it's actually pretty direct. When you choose local seasonal food, you're naturally eating foods that are fresher and more nutrient-dense. And when you work to reduce food waste, you become more mindful of your portions, which is a powerful way to fight the overconsumption that's so common today. And this quote right here, it nails one of the most overlooked parts of the puzzle. Longevity is not a solo sport. The entire Mediterranean model is built around community. Sharing meals, connecting with family and friends, that stuff isn't just nice to have, it's a powerful medicine that reduces stress and reinforces all these healthy habits.
Okay, so we've covered the what, get fit, get strong, and live this connected, balanced life. But the really cool part is the why. Why does this all work so well? To really get that, we need to zoom in and look at what's happening inside our bodies at a cellular level.
Scientists have identified these core biological drivers of aging. They call them the hallmarks of aging. And these are the root causes, the actual machinery that makes us grow old. Things like chronic inflammation that just simmers in the background, damaging our tissues, or something called cellular senescence. That's when old, cranky cells hang around and cause trouble instead of clearing out. And here is the punchline. This is the whole point. Your lifestyle choices, the things we've been talking about, are direct weapons against these hallmarks. The anti-inflammatory foods and a healthy diet directly combat that chronic inflammation. Regular exercise, it's one of the best ways to help your body clear out those junky senescent cells. You're not just treating symptoms, you are literally intervening in the biological process of aging itself.
So this brings us to the most important part of our whole conversation. We've seen the data, we understand the science. Now let's put it all together. Let's build a clear, simple toolkit you can start using today.
Here it is, your action plan. It's just 4 steps. Number 1, build that engine. Prioritize aerobic cardiorespiratory fitness. 2, stay strong. Get some resistance training in your routine. 3, adopt the whole blueprint. Remember, it's not just the gym, it's your diet, your sleep, your social life. And number 4, sleep. Seriously, getting 7 to 8 hours a night is linked to a 25% lower risk of cognitive decline. It's when your body and brain repair themselves. And please, if you only take one thing away from all of this, let it be this. You do not need to become a marathon runner or a power lifter. The science is absolutely crystal clear on this. The biggest, most life-changing health benefits come from simply going from doing nothing to doing something. Just getting out of that bottom 25% of fitness is where the magic happens. I want to end with this thought from Dr. Peter Adia, who has done so much to bring this science to light. Think of being strong and fit, not as some kind of performance goal, but as your insurance policy for life. It's the investment you make in yourself today that pays out for decades, giving you not just more years in your life, but more life in your years. So really, the question isn't whether you have time for it. It's, can you afford not to?